Hey, it's time for the midweek recharge. Hey, we are ready, paying homage to our precious ancestors today. We give thanks and praise always. Hey, Okokale miwaye, Cabo, drop a comment as you come in. Nikki Love, bendiciones, blessings to you. Yes, so we ready. Jess, hello, good to see you. Ianifa Dumade, blessings, good to see you. Hey, Okokale mi oro, Okokale mi waye, Okokale mi oro, Oborisha Omiraye. Hey, Ase Ire, Oboato, good to see you. Blessings at Cabo. We're ready to recharge with our ancestors, always right on time. Ifanisha Oboato. Hey, blessings Oboato. Queen B, good to see you. Yes, so Alafiani. Hey, Tiffany, good to see you. Alafiani. Katrina, blessings. Yes, so we're ready. We know it's our mothers and our fathers to whom we pay homage first. So, hey, hey, Boborisha Olokumilaye. Hey, Modukwe Omomi. Good to see you, Jessica. Talia, blessings. Hey, Okokale miwa oro. Blessings and welcome. Hey, we're ready. If you're ready to recharge, hit those hearts, drop a comment, let us know. Hey, Okokale miwa oro. Nandi, blessings. Renee. Hey, give thanks, give thanks. Miwaye, Okokale miwa oro. Ready, the big mamas and the big papas, we give thanks. Hey, we give thanks. Barbara says they ready. Reva Zana, good to see you. Crystal, Ashe to these beautiful prayers. Yes, I do pray. Hey, Eka Bo, Eka Son, Eka Ro, depending on where in the world you are. We are so happy to be here together again. It is Iyalode Yeyefini and Iya Funlayo here for the Midweek Recharge. Iyashe Alafiani. Hey, we are always so happy to hear that. We are so glad to be together once again in the land of the living. Happy, humbled, honored, joyous, thankful, grateful. Ifa says we must be grateful first. Gratitude is where it starts, and so we are always grateful for you. Yes, you, Erica, J Mac, Detra, Ramisa, Yeshua, Angela, Shar, Vani, Duria. Yes, you, Embracing, Ivana, Osain, all of you who are with us today. We are just so grateful to have you in our presence, to be able to lift up our Olodumare, our ancestors, and our precious Orisha. It is Ose Obatala. You know, we are two Obatalasitas over here who love our Baba. Epa Orisha Epa. And we know that our divinities roll deep, that Obatala shares the day with the Egun. The Awanrin Sogbe is the Awo of heaven, Awanrin Sogbe is the Awo of earth. These are the declarations of Ifa to the Egungun masquerade, that no youth shall know the secrets of the Egungun masquerade. All they will see is the trees in the grove.
Ashe.
Ashe, that's from the Odu Ifa, or Awanrin Obe, which talks about the Egungun masquerade and how what it really talks about, and what I want to mention today as we call forth the energy of our ancestors, is that we only get what we get when we're ready to get it. A lot of times we feel like we want things and we're reaching for them and we're clawing at them and we're striving towards them, and things just don't work out. And people sometimes will say, well, why is it? Am I not meant to do this? Is it not? Why is it not working out? What's not happening? Why aren't things clicking together? And one of the things that we have to recognize for all of us, is that everything has to come in its time. There's a reason and there's a season for everything. We can't start driving cars when we're 5, right? And then when we get to be 50, there's certain things, crawling through those little kitty tunnels that we used to crawl through when we were 5, that don't work no more, right? So there's time and there's a place for each and everything in our life. And that verse of Ifa tells us that the youth will not know the secrets of the Egungun masquerade. There are things that Big Mama and Big Daddy know that the young people can't know. That only time, that only wisdom, and that in some cases, only the elevation of our spirits out of this physical realm altogether will teach us. And that's why even once people leave this realm, we continue to elevate their spirits. We know that growth and learning doesn't stop when we leave here, that nothing stops, that there is a continuum of energy that continually runs between us one to another, that our mothers and our fathers, they are still here with us, they are still teaching us, and they themselves are still learning and developing as spirits. They are learning and developing the ideas and capacity of how to help us here, because the world that we live in right now is different than the world they was living in, right? Especially when we're talking about our deep ancestors who may have been here hundreds or even thousands of years ago, right? We're living in a whole different world than they're living in. And so as we worship, as we share time, as we share space with them, in many ways we are helping to teach them how to help us in the world that we're in now. It's not for us to know everything that they know. It's not for us to understand every secret of the Egungun masquerade. It's only for us to understand its purpose and how it rolls through the community and sweeps and teaches and cleanses. That is one of the things that the Egungun masquerade is meant to do, is to help clean up the things that are going on, to help set things right, to help bring the energy back into the community and to renew the community for all of the newness that will be going on as they continue and as the generations move forward. So today, hey, as we prepare to move into our prayer space, as we give honor to the ancestors for the first time in 2021 here on this platform, we just want to call in all the peace and potentiality. We want to call in all of the power of all of the grandmothers and the grandfathers from everywhere that they're from the Congo, from Ghana, from Nigeria, from South Africa, from Tanzania, from everywhere, that every Central African Republic, everywhere, every piece of the continent. We're calling in the ancestors here from this land here in the U.S. We're calling in the ancestors from Jamaica, from Panama, from Haiti, from everywhere. We're calling them in. We are honoring them. We're honoring each and every land. We're honoring each and every lineage. We are honoring, and we are giving thanks for the strength, for the tenacity, for the ways that we continue to walk in, for the ways that our ancestors, preserve the things that are important for us to continue walking in their footsteps and forging our own paths, right? We're not only walking in footsteps, but we're also forging our own paths, standing on those grand shoulders and knowing, trusting that everything will come through in its time, Patience, suruni babaiwa. Patience is the father of character. So it is that patience to get to the age we need to get to the station we need to get to the preparation that we need to get to be able to make the most use of our blessings. Ashe. May we always be able to make use of our blessings. We give thanks. Mojuba, Egun, give thanks to patience. We just give thanks. I see y'all ashe and amen in the comments. Yes, sir. Ashe. Yes. And you know that most precious element, yes, that our ancestors touched. The same water. Listen, energy cannot be created or destroyed. It's the same water. The same water circulating around Earth that was here when our ancestors were here. We are touching it. It went in, it came out, it re-evaporated, and it came back. Same element. They had to drink water. They had to fetch water. Everything. This is one way that we connect so deeply with our ancestors. Every time we take a sip of water, they ain't have, Pepsi and all of that, but they have water, right? Every time we take a sip of water, that's a way to connect with our ancestors, and we're to walk in their footsteps, to be doing the things that they did. And so we call on the energy of water because we know that shall fill away below our love. If they want to go and wash, what they gonna use?
What you got in your hand? Omi tutu.
Hey, omi tutu, shall fill sebe, omi lo. If they want to cook soup, what is it they will use?
Omi tutu.
Omi tutu, water. So we call on the energy of water right now, as we say, Omi tutu, ashe tutu, ana tutu, ile tutu, tutu laroye, tutu bobo, egun tutu bobo, risha tutu, emio tutu bobo, wa tutu, sprinkling it all around on everybody, tutu, Oreo, go on and touch that Ori. You know that if you want a house, you gotta ask your Ori. If you want a spouse, yes, you gotta ask your Ori. If you need that money, you gotta ask your Ori. It is only through Ori that our blessings come. Listen, we have to be able to imagine it. We have to be able to accept it. That's the other thing about preparation. Sometimes we're asking, but we don't really believe. Our Oris are not really open to receive whatever it is we're asking for. And so we pray for our Ori to be open and ready to receive each and every one of our blessings. We ask for our Ori to be an open landing place for all of the blessings that the Egun, all of the blessings that the Orisha, all of the blessings that Eledumare want to bring through for us. Asheo, Mojuba Olodumare, Oba, Aterereka Iye, Mojuba ti wojo, Mojuba ti oru, Mojuba ile ogere afoko yere, Mojuba orumila eleri ipin. Mojuba ibarumole ojuko tu, Mojuba ibarumole ojuko sing. Mojuba okale ni irinwo irumole, Mojuba akoda, Mojuba sheda, Mojuba rabelo tife, Mojuba woni afinju eye, Mojuba Egun ile. Call on your ancestors. This is the audience participation. Yes, call their names. Egungun bawashe, Egungun bawashe, Iba Egungun mope, Egungun bawashe, Baba eni, Izezeni, yeso, Iya eni, Ishesheni. Isheshe labo kato borisha. It is our mothers and our fathers who are our Isheshe, the originators and sustainers of each and every tradition that we follow on this earth. We give thanks and praise to our mothers and our fathers and the ways that they nurtured, the ways that they laid the pathways. Each and every name that is being called be uplifted. Ashe, each and every lineage represented by every name being called, let them be uplifted. Let them be healed forward and backwards into the generations. Ashe, Mojuba Ori. Mojuba baba, Mojuba yeye, Mojuba wana la seku, Mojuba bobo risha, Mojuba teshu daranika no soro, Mojuba baba mi obatala, epa baba rubo, epa orisha, epa mole baba mi, Mojuba oshunye ore ye o, Mojuba Shango Kao Kabi, Si Mojuba Gunye Momari Wogun Bemi Obi Oshe, Beria Coco, Mojuba Shosio de Mata, Mojuba Mobeji, Mojuba Egbe, Mojuba Bobo, Orisha Yansa, Oloko, Molagba, Orisha Oko, Moi Mariwo. Give thanks and praise to each and every Orisha. Kinka Mashe, we know means what, may no harm, hurt, or danger come. So we say Kinka Mashe and the names of anyone who we want to bring into this sacred circle of protection right now. Kinka Mashe, Kinka Mashe, Yami Yeyefini, Kinka Mashe, Bobo Wantiani Fefun, for me, always Yami, Regina Hoyes, Omo Mi Brivon, Bobo Wantiani Fefun. We give thanks. We say Kosi Iku, Kosi Arun, Kosi Epe, Kosi Ofo, Kosi Olopa, Kosi Ibina, Kosi Fitibo, Kosi Wahala Rara. May there be no problems whatsoever for anyone listening to the sound of my voice, whether live or later. We pray for only goodness. Funwani Orire, Funwani Ilera, Funwani Alafia. We ask for good heads. We ask for health in our bodies. We ask for peace in our spirits. We ask for Ireowo, the blessing of wealth. We ask for Ireomo, the blessing of children and productivity. We ask for Ire Aiku, the blessing of long life. Ashe, 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 Ashe. So we buy a shoe. Ro. Give thanks. The mamas and the papas got me charged up today. You know, we stay hyped. We stay hyped anyway. So mothers and the fathers just get us hype, and we're just so grateful. I'm hyped to be able to share space with this wonderful, beautiful, powerful example of Obatala, Iyalode Yeyefini, 50 plus years of beautiful Ashe that she is just so generous with sharing with us. Wow! What do you have for us today? Hey.
Well, today, just backing up on what you say, Modupo everyone. The first Wednesday, the first recharge of the year.
Hey.
So we are just getting started.
Charging up.
So in alignment with what you were saying, sharing rather, is that calling our ancestors from wherever we're from, calling them together, bringing them together. That's what gives us the charge. Is that we don't necessarily have to just call the ones we remember or that we know.
Right.
There are those that, there's one ancestor that I call, I never met her. I always thank the woman who when my mother gave birth to me, she held me. We don't know who that nurse was, but I always thank her because she could have dropped me.
Right.
So I just give thanks to that. So that's one situation that we could think in terms of, of just calling people that you may not even know them, but you know their energy and their essence that helped you. And so one of the things that the reading of the year was saying is that when we come to do our ancestors this year, it's important that we call the ancestors of wherever it is that we come from. Because sometimes we come to a new location and we think that, because we're here, it's end and begins with us, and it doesn't. Just as you call people from Panama, Jamaica, wherever you're from, Honduras, wherever you are, bring that flag to remind you that that's what you come from. It may not be your native place, but that's the place that you came through to here. Maybe your parents come from another place. Some of us are doing DNA and finding out that we're from, different places that we never even heard about or even thought about. So bring those little flags when we're doing celebrations, and have your flag of origin at your ancestor shrine. The ancestor asked this year that we remember them. We remember them because many of us are migratories. We move from one location to another. But you still have to remember that those spirits were there at your birth.
Sure.
Those spirits were there to catch you. Those spirits were there to encourage you, to give your mother, your father a good word.
Yes.
So they're standing there in that land. You may not be there anymore, but you have to bring it forward. You have to bring it forward, because the one thing we have in common is that we always depended on each other.
Yes.
And that's the only way we're going to make it. And if we have community, that's the way we'll survive. So that was just in line with exactly what you said. The reader was just reiterating what the reading of the year says, that we have to really come together and honor the ancestors strongly, calling all of the nations together, because with the Odu that came with the diaspora, is that we have to be prepared for war. And war is always about change. War is change. War is an opportunity for you to decide if you're going to go forward with it or you're going to stay a victim. So in moving forward, so I wanted to share a story that comes up in the Odu of one of the Odus that came up with the reading of the year.
We love your stories.
Of the USA. I have to stop laughing before I tell the stories because I'll be kind of giving them away. But this one is not so much a joke, but I just love what you said. The story.
Your stories.
Yeah, so this is the story from the Odu of Irosugbe or Irosung Ejonle, and it says that when Ajay was coming to the world, which is wealth, Ajay was coming to the world, and Ajay says, you know, when I come to the world, I only want to visit people who have clean houses.
Ooh.
I want to visit houses because I'm so clean and I'm so neat and I'm so organized. So when Ajay was coming, she said, I want to come and I'm only going to visit those places that I feel at home and where there's enough room for me to stay. So I guess they used to have what do you call the thing now that people are Airbnb. So she said,
Airbnb.
Yes, she says, I want to come, and I'm talking like you, I want to come to a place where everything is very neat and clean. And so she would not go to any place that was disorganized and would not, because that's what she knew. She knew everything was organized, clean. Ajay, the shrine of Ajay in Nigeria, it is just so clean. The ground is made of nothing but cowrie shells and everything is kept really, really clean. So she comes for nothing but cleanliness. So Odigbe, what's his name? Odigba, I think was his name, he noticed that Ajay would come and visit all of the people that had these luminous houses, that had extra room, was running Airbnbs. And he was like, what's up with my house? How come Ajay won't come to my house? She goes to everybody's house. So he said, you know what? I need to go and check on myself. So he went and got a divination. You know, that's always the point.
Adifafo.
Yes. Adifafo, go on and get your reading. And he went and got a reading. And the room miller told him, you need to sacrifice 2 pigeons, some yam, some white cloth, and bring that to Ifa. And then Ajay, or money, or wealth, prosperity will come to your house. He did the rituals, and he said, when you do the ritual, make sure that you put the feathers on the yam, the blood on the ground, and bring the white cloth and make a big flag. A white flag with the white cloth that you brought, and put that in the front of your door. So he did the bar, he came back, Ajay came back. She said, oh my gosh, not only is this house clean, it has everything that I like. Because Ajay loves pigeons, she loves white cloth, she loves yam. And so Ajay came and stayed and moved in with him, and they lived very, very happy. So Ajay, the money or wealth is coming to us when we are making sure that our houses are prepared. Because in the Odu of Eroso and Jombe, it says that you should always have your house clean. This is a time that if you have any broken furniture or broken things, throw them out or fix them. Get new things, new washing machines, don't get used up. Even if you have holes in things, throw them away or sew them up. This is a time to just make everything nice and clean so that money or Ajay will come to visit you and will stay in your house.
And
so
will
that's
stay.
And will stay.
That's the part.
The thing. Because it will come and it will look and says, oh, I don't think I'm going to go in there. So you're struggling for money. But if you have it there, it's like Airbnb, this is a hotel, this is whatever. This is a fabulous place that I can stay. So I have money this year. Make sure, and then one of the rituals for the Odu of the year is to have a white flag. We'll have a plant your white flag wherever you are, so that the world that's coming for you or to you with blessings will recognize you. So Obatala will recognize you, and so that Ajay will recognize you, and Owo will come. So that's the story.
Yes. We welcome the wealth. We welcome the Ajay. We welcome it. We welcome wealth in all forms. arms. The money, the spiritual wealth, we're welcoming it. Yes, Barbara, get your house in order. Get ready. That's like,
Yes,
we
money's
can
coming
only
this year.
have what is we are prepared to have. We can only have, and only what our Ori believes we can
There you
have
go.
and are worthy of. So we just give thanks. Yes, 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 yes. Ashe, ashe, ashe. So we know, we look forward to your beautiful chanting
Okay.
and bringing us into our just space of going in for a moment. We take all of that good lesson and we let it settle into our minds. So I just want to invite everybody right now to go ahead and relax for a moment and just take a few deep breaths. Gently close your eyes. You might be at work, whatever might be going on, but this is a moment where you can go in and just shut all of that out. Just take in the beautiful lessons. Just close your eyes and let's take a few deep breaths, starting in through our noses and out through our mouths. 1. Let it out slow. 2. And one last time.
Adúpẹ́ àwọn egungun. Adúpẹ́ ìyá ńlá. Adúpẹ́ bàbá ńlá. Adúpẹ́ ìṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀. Adúpẹ́ àwọn ará ilẹ̀ tiwa ti kú ìbà ìtọ̀run. Ago. Ago àwọn egungun tiwa. Ago. At this time, I want you in your mind's eye to just see your ancestors coming from far away. Just coming towards you. Coming from behind you, from both sides. Just coming. And you are the light that they're coming towards. You are the one that they have chosen this day to be with. Just see your ancestors coming. Hundreds of them, thousands of them. Just visualize them coming. Touching you, bringing you secrets, telling you in your ears that everything is going to be just fine. Not to worry. Visualize your ancestors, the tall ones, the short ones, skinny ones, fat ones, just coming in different types of clothing, with hats, with gales, without. Bald heads, hair full of hair. Just visualize your ancestors. Just take this moment right now to just call them. Because I'm going to call the Egungun, and I'm going to call them, and you're going to feel them today. Ago. 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 Àwa kí egungun lọ ní o. Àwa kí egungun lọ ní o, lọ ní o, lọ ní o. We are calling ancestors today. Àwa kí egungun lọ ní o. Àwa kí egungun lọ ní o. Àwa kí egungun lọ ní o. Àwa kí egungun lọ ní o, lọ ní o, lọ ní o. Àwa kí egungun lọ ní o. Bàbá ńlá ìyá ńlá wa jọ̀wọ́. Àwa kí egungun lọ ní o, lọ ní o, lọ ní o. Àwa kí egungun lọ ní o. Wọlé 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 wá. Àwa kí egungun lọ ní o. Àwa kí egungun lọ ní o. Awaki egungun loni o, loni o, loni o. Awaki egungun
loni o.
Adúpẹ́ o bàbá. Awaki egungun loni o, loni o, loni o. Awaki egungun loni o. Awaki egungun loni o, loni o, loni o. Awaki egungun loni o. Awaki egungun loni o. Egun wọlé wọlé àtúnbọ̀yé. Egun wọlé wọlé aláṣẹ. Egun wọlé wọlé àtúnbọ̀yé. Egun wọlé wọlé aláṣẹ o. Egun wọlé wọlé àtúnbọ̀yé. Egun wọlé wọlé aláṣẹ o. Egun wọlé wọlé àtúnbọ̀yé. Egun wọlé wọlé aláṣẹ o. Egun wọlé wọlé àtúnbọ̀yé. Egun wọlé wọlé aláṣẹ o. Egun wọlé 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 wọlé. Egun wọlé wọlé o. Egun wọlé wọlé àtúnbọ̀yé. Egun wọlé wọlé aláṣẹ o. Egun wọlé 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 aláṣẹ o. Egun wọlé 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 àtúnbọ̀yé àwọn. Egun wọlé 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 ilé tiwa. Egun wọlé wọlé àtúnbọ̀yé. Egun wọlé wọlé aláṣẹ o. Egun wọlé wọlé àtúnbọ̀yé. Egun wọlé wọlé aláṣẹ o. Egun wọlé 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 ilé tiwa. Ilé tiwa ilé tiwa ilé tiwa ilé tiwa. Àtúnbọ̀yé wọlé aláṣẹ o. Egun wọlé wọlé àtúnbọ̀yé. Egun wọlé wọlé aláṣẹ o. Egun wọlé wọlé àtúnbọ̀yé. Egun wọlé wọlé aláṣẹ o. Egun wọlé wọlé àtúnbọ̀yé. Egun wọlé wọlé aláṣẹ o. Feel those ancestors touching you, loving you, encouraging you. Just feel that. Just feel that. They're here. They're here. They're here. We fed them this morning. They're here. They're here for you. Your ancestors. Our ancestors collectively. We're here. Ashe.
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 Ashe. Ashe. Ashe. Whew. Let us take 3 more nice cleansing breaths together as we let that energy settle within us. In through our noses. 1. 2. And 3. Out the way. Invite you to gently open your eyes. Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks. We give thanks for the mothers and the fathers. We give thanks for our Iyalode. We give thanks for each and every one of you who joins us. We are just so grateful for the love, for the energy, for you joining in, for you knowing that you are never alone, that you're surrounded, that you stand on grand shoulders, that you are surrounded in goodness and greatness, that you are wrapped in white cloth, that you are ready for wealth, ready for goodness to enter your house, that you give honor and praise, and therefore honor and praise shall be rained down as well upon you. Ashe. Ashe, 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 ashe. As always, we invite you to join us at our respective online homes for more. Visit us at aseire.com, at yeyefini.com. We lovingly welcome your donations if you feel blessed by what you have experienced and feel it in your heart to participate in the ministry of giving, pouring out blessings onto us. We welcome you to do so at $Yeyefini, $Funlayo, or Funlayo at aseire.com, Yeyefini at bellsouth.net for PayPal and Zelle. We just look forward as well to all that is good continuing to flow between us, knowing that the most important thing that we have, the most important thing is our time and our energy and our attention. And so we just give so much thanks for each of you who spends your time with us, who gives your attention, who calls on your ancestors, who joins in singing with us, who joins in clapping with us, who joins in rejoicing, who joins in knowing that this is not for show, it's not for play, that we really, these energies really come. They come when we call them, when we chant, when we call, when we sing, they come. And so for all of you saying that you felt their presence, just give thanks. We feel the presence, we call it into us in every moment, all the time. We just give thanks for each and every lineage. We give thanks for each of you who shares your time, who opens up your ancestral lineages, who opens up your ori, who opens up your heart to receive all of this goodness that we have for you. Know that we love you. We look forward to being back with you again and again and again. Iyalode, anything going on that you would like to share?
Just go to my website and yeyefini.com and press the blog, and you'll see the reading of the year for the United States, for the world, and for the diaspora. Share it with your friends, your family, and use the medicine.
Ashe, yes, go on and get the readings.
Yes.
You can watch the replay of Iya speaking about the readings on her YouTube channel, which you can get to through her website. So important for us to get information, about our energy. Those who know don't die like those who don't know.
Correct.
And so this reading helps to give information for the universe, for the country, as well as for the diaspora. And then, of course, we invite you to come to our websites to get your own personal readings, to find out what is in store for you with spirit for this year. So come on to yeyefini.com, to aseire.com. Get your personal readings, understand what energies are working with you for the year, and how to move, and how to best open your ori, and how to best welcome the wealth, and how to best welcome in your ancestors, and all of those good things. So have a beautiful rest of your Wednesday. Next week, the Ase Ire Co-work Cafe will reopen. Yay! So we are looking forward to that. We'll be able to spend some time together listening to some tunes. So save that time right after the recharge, 1 p.m. Next week we'll be back. We'll send out some email reminders. So make sure that you're on our mailing list to get all of the goodness that we have. And we're going to close out with our little song. Ashe, 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 Ire. In the back now. Ashe, everybody. Ashe, 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 Ire. On the right side. Ashe, on the left now. Ashe, 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 Ire. Hey!
Without any practice.
Yes, so
look for upcoming
these
CD.
harmonies. We busting these harmonies down. Y'all better get ready.
CD.
Better stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready. Oh, Dabo.
I know somebody says, yeah, they need to practice.